I just saw the new movie Luca not too long ago. Well, at the time that I'm recording this. And without spoiling anything, let's just say that I loved it in circles. The flashbacks are coming back. But can I just say, this movie was so visually stunning. There would be moments where I literally would not be paying attention and I would just be focusing on the scenery alone. Like, look at how satisfying this scene is to watch. Like, I've got a problem as an artist. I've got the artist eyes. Like, I literally can't help it. So going back into the video, I had an idea of redesigning characters as the sea monsters from the movie Luca. But then I thought, well, I'm not exactly sure which characters I should redesign. But then one day, I thought of an idea. I was on YouTube the other day, and I was watching a video made by Jinja Ninja OWO, and they were redesigning and updating their PRISM characters. So for today's video, I'm going to be redesigning Reagan's PRISM characters as sea monsters. Reagan, if you're watching this, I would just like to apologize to you in advance. So let's get into it. So first, we are starting with the protagonist, Miss Katsumi, and she has a bit of a story. So you may notice that throughout this drawing process, I was going to make her design mainly pink, and I think at the time I was focusing on her corset a little too much because it has a little bit of pink than any other color. Well, that's just how I saw it, but I don't know, I was focused a little too much on the pink. But then a little too late, I realized that I still had to draw you and Yu's design. She is mainly pink. And I was kind of upset with myself because I wanted Katsumi's design to be distinct and different from the others. So off camera, I made some changes. Instead of her skin being pink, I changed her skin to a rainbow gradient, and I did the same to the scales on her arms. I made her hair the same as her hero design, and I kept the same hair color for recognizability. And I kept the same gray color for her eyes. For her tail, I changed her tail's color from pink to black and white underneath, and I did another rainbow gradient to the splotches on top of her tail. I don't know why I added black to the design, I just thought that the colors went together very nicely, and you can never go wrong with black. Black is a very gorgeous color. And I don't exactly have a good explanation on her outfit. Again, I was paying a little too much to her corset, and for some reason I saw how her corset went on top of her just at her waist. So I made her top kind of overlap with each other, and for her skirt, I just made it flat in reference to her civilian design. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Here she is, and I'm actually kind of in love with this new design now. Let me know what you guys think. Next up was Emmy. She was a little difficult just because I had a little bit of trouble trying to draw her hands. Literally, hands. They are not my best suit at all, and I dream that one day I can master how to draw hands. Anyway, so back to Emmy. I wanted to make her pose suit her personality because she's like masculine mixed with feminine, kinda. Sorry, I really hope that I'm wording this correctly. I wanted her to mainly be green, like her hero design, so I made her skin a light pastel green, and to her thighs it's a darker green, so it's like a gradient. And I made her scales a dark green as well. I also made the splotches on her thighs a light green like her tail to make her skin pop more. And for some reason, I cannot tell you why, but I was thinking about how Emmy's colors are green, right? And I was thinking about Tinkerbell for some reason. I don't know if it was because of the color. It was probably because of the color. So I was like, okay, maybe Emmy in this universe is like a scavenger and she collects the things that she finds on the ocean floor. I don't know. I'm not sure if this is considered a headcanon. So what I did was I put these soda the Pop Tops, is that what they're called? Pop Tops, that is what they're called. They are called Pop Tops. Originally wanted to add bracelets and rings to add some emphasis to her gloves, and I could have just added gloves, but for some reason I couldn't exactly picture gloves in this universe. But I completely ditched the bracelets and rings for some reason, and I kind of regret it now. Oh, I'm so sorry, Reagan, I'm sorry. I made her hair like her civilian design, but for the color, I added the same colors for her hero design, so it's kind of like a fusion. I made her eyes that pink color for recognizability, and for her tail, the tail's color has light green at the base, and at the tip, it's a darker green. And as for the splotches on top of her tail, it's the same gradient, but it's switched. For her outfit, I was paying too much attention to her green outfit, so I incorporated that outfit. And even with the white shirt underneath, and a little too late, I realized that it kind of looks like a short dress, but I wanted to make it a shirt plus shorts combo. So it's like a dress with shorts. Also, that thing that she has on her dress, I literally have no idea why I added that. I don't really like it now, now that I'm looking back on it. I wanted to add this like really unique design on her clothes, like some sort of strap, but I really don't like how it turned out really. And because I still had more character designs to do, I don't know, I just wanted to finish her. I don't know, I like her design. I don't know, I wish I put more thought to it, to be honest. So here she is. I don't know, I'm pretty neutral about it, but here she is in all of her glory. Next up was Zazumi, and I actually made the same mistake that I did with Katsumi with designing her colors, because you may notice that throughout the speed paint, I planned on making her colors mainly blue, but I also had to draw Hukuro. I hope that I pronounced that right. And Hukuro's design, her colors are mainly blue. So, Reagan, I am so sorry for making the same mistake twice. Off camera, I made some changes to her design also. I made her skin yellow and I did a bluish gradient to her thighs. I turned her scales into a blue color instead of a darker yellow to balance the colors, and also set so that it would match her, so that I could incorporate the blue from her hero design. I made her hair like her civilian design where it was half up, half down, but instead of her ponytail, I turned it into a bun. I don't know why I turned it into a bun. And I gave her hair a gradient that's blue at her scalp and yellow at her tips, so that the colors could be balanced. I made her eyes light blue like her hero design as well, and for recognizability, and I gave her some blue eyeshadow because why not? You can never go wrong with a little bit of blue eyeshadow. I also struggled a little bit with her eyes because I really wanted to do her some justice and get them as accurate as I could because they're the most distinct from the rest of the group. For her outfit, I gave her a dress that rides up her thigh, and I would like to imagine that it is a little bit short in the back like her hero design. For her tail, I turned it into a blue and yellow gradient from the base to the tip of her tail, and for the splotches, they're pretty much the same, but just a different shade. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Here is Miss Zazumi, and I actually kind of like the end result now. Next up was Hukuro. Like I said with Zazumi, I wanted to make Hukuro to mainly be the blue one, like her hero design. So I made her skin blue, and I wanted to add that look that fish have where they're really, really colorful, but their stomachs are like a bright white color. So I made her neck the center of her stomach, and her inner thighs the same blonde cream color like her hair with her hero design. Since we were on the topic of hair, I made her hair the same as her civilian design where it's very flat with blonde streaks. But for the color, I made it a darker blue, and to incorporate the streaks of blonde, I gave her grayish bluish strands in her hair. I made her eyes a light blue, and for her outfit, I added a little bit of lace that wraps around her neck that covers her chest, because in her hero design, she has this fur over top cover-up, I think that's what it's called. So I added the lace in place of that. Like Katsumi, I don't know why, but I added that for Hukuro. I also wanted to give her a crop top skirt combo, so I just gave her a regular sleeveless crop top, but for her skirt, I turned the waist part of her skirt into a V shape like her first skirt in her hero design. For her thighs and tail, I gave her the same fur-like pattern that she has with her fur over top and skirt in her hero design. For her thighs, I gave it a darker blue to make her skin pop a little more, but for the splotches on top of her tail, I turned it into a gradient where it's dark at the base but light at the tip of her tail. I also made her tail flap have sharp edges so that it's similar to Hukuro's fur clothing. Another headcanon that I thought of while drawing this is that in this universe, her eyesight is twice as good as an average sea monster, so she can see farther distances. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Here she is, lovely Hukuro. And here we are at the end. The last one to draw is Yu. Like I mentioned with Katsumi, I wanted Yu's design to mainly be pink because of her hero design, so I made her skin a light pink, and I made her scales and her hair a darker pink. I made her hair the same as her hero design, and for her clothes, I just decided to give her a dress. I literally made her tail the same as Katsumi's old design, but for the flap part at the end of her tail, I turned it kind of into a heart to reflect the mini cape that she has on the back of her outfit. Is it a cape? Reagan, I'm so sorry. I also added a lace over top that is similar to what Hukuro has, but I wanted to resemble that piece of clothing that goes around her neck in her hero design. I made her eyes green for recognizability, and as for her skin, I did a light and dark pink gradient from her head to her legs. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. I had a little bit of fun designing all these characters, and I would just like to say, Reagan, you and your character designs are so freaking cool. You are so cool, and your drawings, your character designs, your art is so you are so cool. Reagan, there's probably no way that you will ever see this, but gosh, in short terms, I just adore you. I really do. I look up to you so much, and your videos never fail to make me smile, and I really do mean that. And here's my gift back to you. This is your late birthday present. Yeah, this is your late birthday present. Yeah. So anyway, here are all their finished designs, and I would definitely like to redo their designs because I wish I was more dynamic with their outfits and colors, but yeah, this is the final result. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and Reagan, I really hope that you liked this video as well, and I hope that you all have a good day. Bye!